All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Skip Beat, episode 8.
Good job, Kyoko.
That was really good.
Knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't get the role because of course you didn't. Like, let's be real. No. Let's be real.
Yeah, you were never going to get the role.
Nope.
I like that they went into that. But you did earn a lot of points. You were doing quite well in the Love Me category right now.
And not only just in the points factor, but in like the winning everyone over because, oh my god, you totally went to bat for them and made their lives so much easier.
Yeah, and now if you do end up becoming, you know, an actress or some kind of a TV star, model, or what have you, that director is going to be like, oh yeah,
I'll work with her again. Yeah.
I might seek her out specifically.
Sure.
Get that girl an agent. You know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But okay, this is a kind of a nice little milestone as far as things go here. We got to see some interesting sides of Ren as well.
Indeed.
Loved for them to get more into who he is and stuff. But I'd also like for them to go and kind of touch upon all the other girls that were like trying to get into the industry as well and see if we can catch up with them a little bit as well.
Sure, yeah.
Have some more people for her to talk to that are peers.
And does this change anything in her day-to-day, or does she now just go into her next job in the Love Me section?
I think she just goes back into it. Yeah, for right now, they probably need to run this experiment a little bit longer.
Yeah, make sure that she's reliable consistently.
Well, also, they can get a lot of value out of her doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is still the way in which they're using her to just be
100%.
free intern work. You know?
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. The thing that you have to worry about is if you're too good at doing this specifically, and then you never do anything else.
Or you don't show enough value if you were brought out of this.
Exactly.
That they just want to keep you here and use you as basically a slave.
Yep.
So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah, yeah. Bow to me. Certain. Yes. Amazing. Yep. Easily. Oh my god. Is he riding a llama?
I think so.
Or a camel? Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Who's it taught by? Oh. Well, yeah.
You!
Huh? Wait! Is she also, like, struggling with the financial side of things, too?
I think
so. They need to team up? Oh. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no. He's about to throw her under the bus. Yes! Yes! Amazing!
Okay.
But...
課題作のテーマは家族愛。感想を述べるという審査で他の参加者がみんな無難な感想を述べる中、
彼女は不幸だと思います。家族の幸せに縛られ、彼女自身の幸せについて考えることも。
Projecting.
この主人公はバカ。無謀ですね。
Oh my gosh.
それから 一次審査での素晴らしいリアクション、女優として芝居をしたまでで 1% たりとも。
Wow. That's why they go through all these different angles.
Yeah.
To really find out who you are.
ありがたい。そこでラブミーブで心の方を育て
So now you're ahead of her.
Yeah.
Because you have all the points and stuff.
愛の欠落者なの。
Specific feelings, yeah.
私だけじゃ大丈夫。ラブミーブって名前こそ恥ずかしいけど条件の悪くないところよ。あなたに何がわかるのよ。
I'm in the love me section.
Actually, the work conditions are pretty bad. You literally injured yourself your first day.
Amazing.
まさかあなた。楽しいわよ。絶対
や
やはり養成所に入って一からもう何するの。
Amazing.
ラブミーブなんて名前だけでも低い人と同じレベルになるなんて華やかなスターのハイレイに乗るのよ。
Clearly not, though.
Oh. Whoa.
逃がさない。どこに逃げても絶対。
Oh my god.
Just gambate. And then it's out.
私たちで何とかできたらと思っていた
Oh,
の
is
で
this
す
the
が。
problematic child?
Yeah.
君たちの稽古を邪魔した張本人はどこへ。
それが。
なぜ養成所へ出入りするようになったか気にはなっていたが。
Interesting. Well, she has a crutch.
今日からラブミー部員は私一人じゃないんだわ。これからはどんな場所
Any ridicule
Yeah.
or abuse.
初めて見た。
Oh my god.
私はラブミー部員じゃない。
Oh!
こんな恥ずかしい名前の持ち主はあの子だけ。相方です。コンピック見ました。ラブミー部がお笑い部門って噂。誰か信じて。私の心の叫びよ。人々の心に触れることもできないわ。呪われた。ラブミーユ
Then a cursed city uniform, yep.
脱いでやる。まるで何かついてるみたい。私たち芸能人になるためにはだからね。一緒に頑張ろう。もうこさん。
God. Her.
あのこともうこってなんなのそれ。だってすぐもう言うから。ラブミーブなんてお点にしかならないの。やっぱりここはそこから事務所に引き抜かれてデビューという手を使って。
仕事だよ、仕事。
養成所へ。
養成所に現れてはレッスンや舞台稽古の邪魔をする問題児がいる。
An actual child.
いたずらが過ぎてついに怪我人を出してし
I
ま
think
った。
it's the girl that was
さすがの社長も
actually coming up to this guy.
本人が捕まらなくてね。その子は社長のお孫さんでね。
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
この子なんだ
Yeah. Yeah, this girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
この女の子、宝田マリアのことで。
Cool. So we've got entitled, spoiled, probably rich too.
マリアちゃんが問題を起こしたとおっしゃるんですか。
それ以外考えられない。あのことで。
Still in his outfit.
彼女の勘に触るには十分だ。
あのピンク知らないの。何それ最悪。
Wear it like armor.
That's right.
Yes.
なんなのそのバカみたいなネーミング。落ちこぼれさんには。
Damn.
日本を代表する女優になるこの私が落ちこぼれですって。
There you go. Get upset. Yeah.
Big mad.
私
Ah.
そんなややこしい事情のある子。
この間ややこしいルリを何とかしたじゃないか。
何のことでしょうか。
I helped her?
俺を含めた大人の言葉には今の彼女にとって
But she likes Ren.
レンの言葉であっ
Yeah.
た。だから可能性として
But she doesn't like or respect her.
No, definitely not.
沢原君に君のことをいろいろ
ああ
聞いてきたそうだ。
What was the context of this ask, though?
Yeah, exactly.
そう、レン以来のことなんだよ。
Oh, inquiring means an interest at all. That's, I guess,
Yeah.
kind of true. I can lord it over him.
Yeah, yeah.
社長さん、
なんだい？
もしマリアちゃんの心の
But could I attend the classes free of charge?
お願いがあるんですけど。ねえ、ちょっとすごいわよ。お母様が亡くなったのはあの子のせいよ。お母様は死なずに済んだわ。けれど生まれてきたあの子に罪。
She acting.
Yeah.
お父 様が憎むなんて。そんなことは分かっている。
Ah!
あの子を責めて、あの子を見るたびに思ってしまうんだ。嘆かれてもいい。私がシェリーを止めればよかったと。すごい。あの人一瞬シナリオを見ただけなのに。
She's just doing
She's got it
all
all
the roles.
memorized, yeah.
Yeah.
もういいの？これくらいで負けを認める。
Yeah. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, the oh!
養成所の費用を分割払いに。そんなことでいいのかい？
That's it?
Oh.
何の才能もない落ちこぼれが放り込まれるセクションよ。
君はもうラブミー部に所属してるんだし。
でも私は違う。
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
うまくやってくれたら、そうだな。
あなたたちだって。
入所料、授業料。
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
No fees.
ラブミー部員よ。社長、私たちラブミー部にお任せください。
Wow.
君は琴波くん。
No, you're not part of this deal.
肝心のマリアちゃんは？
それがさっきから探しているんだ。
Okay.
That little pig I got. Oh, there she is.
まだ中にはいると思うが。
She's among us.
と。
She sticks needles in them when she's frustrated.
How did you know that?
だってこの服テレビで見たわ。専門家が褒めちぎってた。アクセ、ネクタイ。
Yeah, this is way too specific. Yeah.
なんて芸が細かい。
Yeah.
マリアちゃん、鶴ガレンのこと好きみたいだからで誘い出せないかなって思って。
Look at her freaked out face.
Yeah.
これはまさしく不破賞。この衣装覚えてるわ。
But he's crying.
チャート1位という衝撃のデビューをした時の衣装よ。際どいところまでシースルーで下を履いてるかいないのかで話題騒然になって、どれだけ手間と時間を費やしたのか計り知れないわ。とんだ鶴ガレンの
Yes. Super hardcore fan. Yeah.
信者と称するべきだわ。それにベン様の髪の毛が入っていれば。ベン様。
Oh.
Worked instantly.
Yep.
人型キャンドルも呪い人形も高いでしょ。仕方なくいろんな人にいろんないらないものもらって。でも私手作りの方が断然素敵だと思うわ。
They're bonding over this. This is perfect.
隅々まで怨念がこもってて最高だわ。自分の作ったものがこんなに褒められるなんて。
Yep.
何の話をしてるのか。さ
Looks back at the camera like, what?
Yep.
社長の孫をすっかり手なずけた。
Oh my god, and they're gonna be like,
さっきの社長との話も
Yeah.
撮影所に戻ってくるわけ。ムカつく。あなたは私と同じものを持って
the demon within you.
Yeah.
嬉しいわ。あなたが思った通りの一つ譲ってくださるの。
You're a real psycho like me.
Yeah.
様が私の虜になる。
あ
結婚しよう。
いいわ。でも私まだ7歳よ。このせっかくだ。呪い人形ってそんな使い方もできるんだ。そうやって使うなら人型キャンドルとかの方がいいんじゃない？あんなの全然効かないわ。
I've already used those.
tried.
私一人の思いじゃ弱いのよ。
But I can feel the spiral power within you.
Indeed.
Yes. I mean, in a lot of ways, Kyoko is pretty powerful. She has defied
definitely.
reality too.
おじいさま。
迷惑をかけたみんなには
Oh.
なんで私が謝るの？
自分が悪いと思ったから俺に叱られないように
ん
隠れたんじゃないか。
Damn, you adult using logic that I can't.
Yeah.
本当に定期公演で発表するつもり？あんな馬鹿げた稚拙なおし母親は主人公のせいで死んだのよ。なのにどうして主人公は周りのみんなに。
Oh. Oh.
ミーナみたいな世界に通用するモデルは
Oh, damn.
どうして実の姉までも主人公の味方なの？
子供に会いに帰ったりするから飛行機事故。
Holy shit.
最後には父親が主人公を愛せるようになるなんて。
These are all the things I don't have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow, for a 7-year-old to be able to click with that.
Yeah.
しらけるわ。
That is rather thoughtless to set her up to perform for that.
Well, I don't think she is performing for that. She just doesn't like the.
Oh,
She just doesn't like the story itself.
sure. It was like part of what they used in the school or something.
Yeah, it's just a material used in the school.
読
Yeah.
ませてもらったけど、確かにあの姉は最愛の母親が死んだのに妹をかけらも憎まず父親を非難するとしてできすぎてない？そうでしょ。ちょっとあなたがやってみなさいよ。ただし主人公はその姉に
Okay.
All right.
あなたの言う妹を憎む姉。
そんな台本にも書かれて
Yeah,
ない設
yeah.
定
Do you want me to just
Right.
make it up off the cuff?
あなたの相棒は素晴らしい演技を見せてくれたわ。
Oh, I mean, yeah, like.
あなたはすでに LME に所属していて、彼女と同じセクションの人間なんて私たちより実力がないなんて言わせないわよ。
But they gave you the terms by which you would win.
Right.
So they've set themselves up also
Yeah.
as well.
Like, in some ways, well, yes, a good script helps out the actor, you know, because it guides them in everything.
Right, but understanding the character is like all you really need.
Right. If you understand the character, you could theoretically go into an improv scene, and because there's no script written, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
you would need some time. You would iterate a bit on it.
Yeah.
You know, change. You know.
Yeah, workshop it or
change,
whatever.
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Maria has been reintroduced. She's got a very tragic backstory.
Yeah, like almost like too tragic. Like goddamn.
It makes sense in a lot of ways once she was introduced as being the president's granddaughter, but then being here, but then clearly also not being with
Right, where's the
a
parents?
parent
Yeah.
and stuff. And it's the like, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no wonder.
One, president. Damn, you be having kids early because
Yes.
you're a grandparent.
Yeah.
Bro barely looks 40. Like,
He's had so much plastic surgery, like it's ridiculous. It's not even funny.
Yeah. No, totally. He's
Yeah.
he's got that like,
Like I'm in show business.
celebrity. Like I'm actually 65.
Right. I spend a ridiculous amount of money in order to, stay
Yeah,
young looking.
Stay stupid money.
Right.
But the thing of she's 7, and I've seen some kids that are in that like young kind of grade school, elementary school age, and they can be really smart. So like never like doubt the intelligence of a kid, but
Sure.
the idea that because she's being raised up to be an actress or to be a TV star of sorts,
Right, on camera talent.
on
yeah.
camera talent, she understands how to use the reasoning of this story isn't realistic to then go, I refuse to have you guys, put on this performance as if it actually makes sense. And she's got the entitled, but also like ownership of the like, this reflects badly on LME, which then I don't like because I'm LME royalty. Like we deserve better.
Right.
And in some ways, there's a lot to that in that she's basically saying, no, I've deserved better. My life sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is awful. The idea of like losing a mother in this way and then being blamed by the father and the potentially older
Society
sister.
or uh-huh.
Like all these things that are like, oh, gotcha. If I didn't exist, then these people all would feel their lives are just better. And it's like, God damn.
And that's on top of just the idea that she like because the mother's gone and if the father hates her or whatever, she doesn't really have any good parents right now. And I get the sense that the president might not be any kind of good replacement, even in the best of circumstances.
No, I don't get the vibe that he's a horrible parent, but he's just not a present parent.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's not actually her parent, you
Right,
know?
right. Like she is in an absolutely shitty situation. There's no other way to slice it,
Right, yeah. She's definitely probably got a lot of things being just handed to her.
Absolutely.
But yeah, her mom's dead. Her dad doesn't love or care about her.
Yep.
And has basically abandoned her to grandparent, who is just an eccentric dude who's too into his own stuff to probably spend much time, loving and taking care of her.
Exactly.
And his probably way of doing that is just, I'll set you up for the rest of your life so that you end up becoming a child star. And then you'll end up,
You'll be
being
kept busy and be babysat effectively
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're going to be working. And
Right.
It's like, okay, that's great, but that's not exactly like teaching her to be a person.
No, and child stars do get
yeah, we know that.
oftentimes pretty fucked up because of the stuff that gets asked of them.
What are you talking about?
What?
Child stars
No.
always turn out great. There's definitely no long, far-reaching ramifications as a result of
Yeah,
being in that
it's
position.
not like there's like legal reasons why we make sure that like you don't start working until certain ages with regards to certain hours and things.
Labor laws, labor suggestions.
Yeah, exactly. but all this in the context of Kyoko and now Kanai being love me section buddies.
Which I gotta say, I'm so happy that she also ended up in the Love Me section.
Yeah.
Because, hey, a really good memory, that's cool and all. But that's not gonna make you a great star.
No, but
that makes it so that you could maybe be a jack of all trades.
Right.
You know?
And I do like that she did actually showcase that it's not just that she has good memory, but she has incredible acting ability, but it doesn't come from actual feeling. So in certain performances, much like Maria here, she would actually fall apart pretty quickly.
Yep.
Not just because she necessarily has low empathy, but also because she's not able to inhabit just any character.
Yeah.
She has to almost hack her own brain in order to be willing to act those ways. And I think that's impressive, but some of the best performances come from people fully surrendering themselves to the feelings, not just putting on the performance that you think people most want to see. And that leads to then less robotic, perfect memorization and stuff, but oftentimes the expression within the expression.
And on top of that, if you have some issue with the material that you're being presented with, that's great. That's totally understandable from an artistic, perspective and all that stuff.
Right.
But that's not your job. You're not a script writer. You're an actor. Your job is to take material and make that material look good, even if you think the material is shit. Right.
There is, however, some nuance with that. I am not trying to just be devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
An actor's job is not just to make the script look the best it can be, but it's specifically to take the character that may not be within the script, but what the director wants you to do. So there's actually a personal relationship beyond just the actual, because people are going to interpret the words differently. So it's good that it's good that you specifically ask questions of the person who's directing it and what have you, and then they can ask the screenwriter and stuff and make sure that's be like, because when you say this word, are we trying to get at this emotion or this emotion?
100%. Yes. Direction is very much needed and all of that stuff. But still, at the end of the day, and this is where I think in the case of Maria, it's very relevant because even though the things that she's bringing up might be right, and given that she is in a position of privilege because of family and all that stuff within the company, it could make sense to have it be something where it's like, that's a good point. Let's take another look at the scripts. And that might still be worthwhile to do. What she needs to learn to do, though, is to be a cog within the machine, right? To actually play her part and to not be relying on the fact that, she could make a scene and then, suddenly things get made easy for her because that's not what everyone else has access to, right? And so as a part
she's
of her
disrupting other people's lives just because she's upset about the way something else is done.
Right, regardless of whether or not you have a point, that's not the point.
Yeah, and I also really like that it's not even really entirely clear that she has anything to do with this actual production beyond it being just a part of the material that they're using to train other actors and actresses.
Right.
It's not like you're the character, but she has effectively inserted herself to be the main character here, even if she is actually the one performing it or what have you for the class side of things.
Sure.
You inserting yourself so much into the story in that regard and thus identifying with it and thus having issues with the story because of how it relates to you, that's a personal issue. I will say this is something I see a lot happening with the way in which people critique media these days, is that people are inserting themselves into the story, and rather than trying to get at and understand the characters that are being presented in the story, going, well, I wouldn't do that, or I don't think that, or I don't believe that, or I don't see how they came to that stuff here, and going, well, that's fine, you're not the character here.
Can you believe that they believe it? Yeah.
Or even like then that, but believe someone out there could be a character like this. This character could exist.
Right.
Even if you don't still buy, because in a lot of ways that's probably the fun part about writing characters and stories and stuff, is that not everyone is going to resonate with your story.
Sure.
That's okay. That's why in a lot of cases with, Hollywood and things like that, they do like mass focus group like testing and stuff to see how people, generally speaking, like certain people resonate with this side of things or certain people resonate with this side of things.
Yeah.
But you can get a lot of mileage actually out of making sure that it's not something that people easily connect with, or people don't connect with certain sides of things there, because then the audience that does actually think about it goes, oh, we're trying to get at something here. There's actually something like deeper than just the, I relate to the character,
Like kind of like to clarifying question, like making sure that there's signposts so that way the audience that the story is designed for will enjoy it, and then the people who it's not for will know that it's not for them. Like, I
think there's a mistake that's made when we try to make art that is specifically made to be as relatable as possible, rather than actually like telling the story that a specific person wants to tell. It's how in a lot of ways we have Marvel movies right now where we have to have a quip every 20 seconds because you want to have people smiling and laughing and stuff. But those quips are based around tests of a large group specifically thinking that those things are funny. But someone else could be like, I don't find this funny. And
right, because the most bell curve, like area under the bell curve, but you're not actually getting something specific. Whereas like, if you maybe are telling a more specific story, then there will be the people that don't care for it. But the people that do like it will absolutely
and
love
to bring up an example of something that was, I would say, a great story, but something that I think a lot of people missed the point of it, was I recently rewatched Parasite, and there's a lot of very interesting ways in which people react to the perspectives of the main cast who do some pretty morally reprehensible things.
You're talking the movie, right?
The movie. Yeah, exactly. And so it's something where I would say a lot of the main characters aren't relatable to a good chunk of people.
Sure.
But you end up telling a very compelling and gripping story by making sure that the characters are so distinct and unique that you will, by definition, not relate to some of them, and you will relate maybe to some more than others. And I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
So having this discussion in a very lighthearted anime, where we're now getting at the reasons why art is made.
Yeah, and there is a child that is basically dealing with some very serious trauma, and maybe we can get that taken care of because maybe she's not ready to be in a classroom setting,
Right.
And that's totally understandable, and in fact, forcing the other people to deal with her being in a classroom setting
sounds like lazy parenting, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds like the nepotism stuff starting to come into play, right? As opposed to the, I mean, hell, you have the money, one-on-one teaching, or any number of other things.
Sure. It could also just be the thing that she really wants to learn this stuff. She wants to be an actress. And so we've gone through that stuff.
Right.
And at age 6 or 7 or what have you, she was put into this.
And now she's just being...
Right. And according to them, this has only been happening for the last few days. So this is not some like, this has been happening ever since she was brought into this here.
Sure.
It's that we probably just had a new bit of material brought in, and she immediately had
it triggers all the stuff, and she doesn't know how to process it.
And because the president is not thinking about this in terms of her emotions and the stuff that's right there under the surface.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He doesn't see it, whereas Kyoko immediately sees it because in a lot of ways, her story is one that she could even also see the connections between this girl and her. Like, there's a lot of things with how, she was kind of
Raised by a
given
family
up
that wasn't
and
hers.
Raised by a family that wasn't hers. And
Yeah.
maybe questioning a lot of the things of her worth
Sure.
through that whole experience. So I'm kind of glad that they did the whole, we connect because we're both super fans of Ren
right.
and Show through our very creepy fan, voodoo
Yeah.
doll making stuff.
Right, and just sort of go through that quickly to get to where we are now.
Right, but then kind of also using that to show the well, yes, I made these, but no, I'm not like that. The way in which all three girls kind of looked at each other at one point,
Like
and
they're
went,
the crazy
"Ugh."
ones.
Yeah, exactly. When they
Yeah.
all have their own thing that's going on. I don't know. I just think that's fun because
Yeah.
the characters are pretty distinct. Despite having
absolutely.
we can connect over these things, but also
Right, the person that's shown, like, that is introduced as the, oh my god, nobody can get along with them. Our main character is instantly getting along with them.
instantly.
Yep.
Yeah, very fun.
But cool episode. I'm excited to see how this then gets followed up on because, this could be very relevant to Kyoko's personal story. And, hey, if you want an in with the president, helping him out with his, granddaughter who he clearly doesn't know what to do with.
Right.
I imagine
This is a fast track.
This
potentially.
is a fast track if there ever was one.
And Kanai definitely saw that when she was like, wait,
Oh yeah.
it's the president's stuff? Oh, it's also going to be waiving the fee for
Yeah.
doing the class? I sign me right up.
Yeah, I will say,
I'm ready, coach.
I really liked that as a promise of progress where it's the, hey, they'll maybe still be in the Love Me section, but this is where now it's the, all right, they'll be getting properly educated in order to be in show business. And then
Sure.
from there, the track to getting Kyoko to actually have jobs makes that's a lot more
sense.
believable.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is a good way to world mechanics wise, actually give her the skill to do
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Not just have her luckily, conveniently, constantly get into these positions.
Right, that's true too. Because just if she gets the opportunity, that doesn't mean she'll actually be able to do it effectively.
Right. And or we as the audience will believe that she could just, have another skill, random talent that she
Right.
got from forever ago. that
Exactly.
somehow comes into play.
Yeah, the convenient thing of I was taught tea ceremonies and stuff, so that comes into play in this one job in this specific way. Sure, that works the first time, but third, fourth, sixth, seventh,
It's a little
time,
less
that-
believable.
Yeah,
And also it'd be fun to just see her amongst peers learning the actual tenets of acting, because I would love to learn what is
yeah.
generally taught as the basic tenets of acting.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
I know like conceptually maybe some things,
Right.
but I won't know that for sure until maybe they're like confirmed through this, or they're like, oh, by the way, this is a PSA if you want to
and also just the different ways that Japan does stardom.
Sure.
Like in the you're going to be a personality, and what does that mean, and et cetera, et cetera. But,
Yeah, there's been a lot of things with, especially the way Kanai brought up but this woman would be miserable. And it's like, projecting, kind of like what Mari ends up doing later, but also the you need to, at the very least, be able to put a presentable, put together, clean, very safe, womanly image,
right.
If you can do that, then we can do all the other fun stuff,
Right. Put forward something that people will find generally palatable and agreeable and not uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even if
exactly.
you're right.
Right, exactly. Which is going to be very fun because of Kyoko being the main character. But
Right.
yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time.